गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन। बहुत बहुत स्वागत है सभी का। वेलकम वेलकम एवरीवन। हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आई वेलकम टू ऑल ऑफ यू ऑन द इंग्लिश मीडियम प्रेप बाय एग्जाम फॉर यूट्यूब चैनल। And in the previous session we have completed the laws of motion, and we have seen the many examples of laws of motion, and today we will learn about the pressure. Okay, pressure is actually related to the laws of motion force, because whenever we apply a force on any body, then obviously we apply the force by giving some contact, and if the contact has some contact area, then obviously we apply some the pressure also. Okay, that's why we will study here the pressure, as well as we will discuss the atmospheric pressure also, because we are surrounded by the atmospheric gases, and atmospheric gases exert some pressure on our body or everything around us. Okay, that's why we will learn the pressure as well as the atmospheric pressure, and the applications of atmospheric pressure, and simple pressure also. Okay, so we have many examples of pressure like this. Suppose that we have a school bag, and we just observe that there are the strips of the school bag which are put on the shoulders of our body, and we can simply observe that the strips are very wide. Actually, bag strips are very wide, just to decrease the pressure, so that we feel some comfort by the weight of the bag. Okay, so there are many such examples. Listen. Okay, so let's start the pressure. Let's start the pressure. Pressure. Okay, guys, simply when we talk about the pressure can be defined as the force per unit area. Suppose that this is ground. Okay, and I have taken the two pieces of bricks. Okay, I have taken the two pieces of bricks. One brick has been placed like this, and another brick has been placed like this. Another brick has been placed like this. Okay, and suppose that the weight and contact area, weight and dimensions of the brick is same. Weight and dimensions of the brick are same. Okay, and because both of the bricks are of the same company, are made by the same company. Okay, suppose that, so this brick has been placed like this, and this brick has been placed like this. Okay, this brick is just like the remote control. Okay, one brick has been placed like this, and another brick has been placed like this. Okay, so here we can observe that here the contact area between brick and the ground is very low, and here the contact area between the ground and brick is high. Okay, so here we can simply observe that the weight of the whole brick will be lying on the same ground at this area, and the whole weight of the brick will be lying on the capital A area at this place. Okay, so here we can observe that if the same weight applies the force, same weight applies the force on a small a area, then obviously the pressure will be very high. The pressure will be very high. If the same weight applies the force over a large area, then obviously the pressure will be low. So that's why we can say that the pressure is inversely proportional to the contact area. Pressure is inversely proportional to the contact area. So here we can write it as the pressure actually depends upon the two things. Number one, pressure is equal to weight or force. Pressure is equal to weight or force upon contact area. Upon contact area. Okay. So, weight or force, the unit of weight or force is Newton. And the contact area is meter square. Okay, Newton per meter square, and this Newton per meter square, this is known as Pascal. Okay, so here we can say that the unit of the pressure, SI unit of the pressure is Newton per meter square, which is also known as Pascal. Okay guys, so this can also be written as, so here we can say that P is equal to F upon A. Here we can write it as like this: if the value of contact area is low, then the pressure will be high. Okay, and if the contact area value is high, then the pressure will be low. Obviously, it means the pressure is inversely proportional to the contact area. Pressure is inversely proportional to the contact area. Okay, so this is the pressure. Now there are many examples of the application of this formula. Okay, simply suppose that you can observe that the heavy machines, heavy objects, heavy bodies are carried by the trucks. Those trucks having the large number of vehicles, large number of tires actually, because the large number of tires increases the contact area between the truck and the ground. Large contact area means low pressure on the ground. If the pressure exerted by the truck is low on the ground, then obviously it can easily carry it from one place to another place, as well as it will this truck will not sink into the road, or the road will not get damaged. Okay, so here we will write it as truck tires are made wide. Truck tires are wide. Okay, because the contact area is high and the pressure is low. Okay, example number two. Example number two. Number one, and this is example number two. Bag strips are wide. Bag strips are wide. Okay, bag strips, those, okay, carry bag strips are wide, because if the contact area will be high, then the pressure will be low. Okay, pressure will be low. Okay, so these are the some examples of this formula. Okay, you can observe that cutting objects are very sharp, just like knife is made very sharp. And the reason behind is, if the knife is very sharp, then obviously knife will have very low contact area. Knife will have very low contact area. Knife will have very low contact area. Okay, knife will have very low contact area. Okay, suppose that this is a knife. Suppose that this is a knife and this knife has very low contact area. Very low contact area means high pressure. Very low contact area means high pressure. Very low contact area means high pressure. High pressure means this knife will sink into this onion or potato or tomato very easily, and this onion will be this onion will become this onion will be very easily cut by this knife in this way. Okay, so these objects are very sharp, and the reason behind is this. Actually, we have also observed that in my childhood I used to bring the water from the another hand pump. Okay, the handle of the bucket was very thin. Handle of the bucket was very thin, and the bucket, the total weight of the water in the bucket was approximately 25 kg. It is a very heavy weight for a child to just pick this. Okay, so when I used to pick this bucket, then obviously there were very I used to feel the pain in my fingers when I used to pick that bucket. Okay, just because that handle was the very thin and the contact area was very low. That's why the pressure exerted by that bucket handle was very high, and that's why I used to my fingers were used to get hurted. Okay, so this was the reason that. But nowadays there are some modifications. There are some modifications have been done in the bucket handle. Now the bucket handle has been made by the plastic itself, as well as the size of the bucket handle is now thicker than the previous one. Okay, so the contact area of the bucket handle with the fingers is has been increased, and this led to the very low pressure on the fingers. That's why everybody feel very easy to just pull, to just pick the bucket up. Okay, so this is the reason. Okay, and these are the examples. So these are the examples like this. Okay, so this is all about the pressure, but this is not the full syllabus of the pressure. Now we will study the atmospheric pressure. Now suppose that atmospheric pressure, what is atmospheric pressure? Guys, actually we are surrounded by the atmospheric gases. Atmospheric pressure, we are surrounded by the atmospheric gases, and these atmospheric gases have the very small particles known as the atoms, and these these molecules actually, these molecules apply some external force, some force on our body. And since we have some specific specific area of our body, that's why a pressure is exerted by the gas molecules. Okay, so a pressure is exerted by the gas molecules on our body. We can even realize that. But this mobile phone is immortal. That's why this mobile phone cannot realize the atmospheric pressure. But we can observe the atmospheric pressure. Okay, so we can observe the atmospheric pressure. and this atmospheric pressure is known as actually the atmospheric pressure. Pressure exerted by the gaseous molecules. Suppose that this is a man, okay, like this. So this is a man like this, and the gas molecules are exerting some pressure on his body. Gas molecules are exerting some pressure on his body. Gas molecules are exerting some pressure on his body. Okay, हाँ इस तरीके से, like this. But to balance that external force, this body has the blood, and this blood also applies the pressure to balance, to equate the atmospheric pressure, and this is P atm. So since we feel comfort in our day to day daily life, we don't have any problem right now. It means that the atmospheric pressure is balanced by the blood pressure. If this atmospheric pressure is not balanced by the blood pressure is just opposite to the direction of the pressure of atmosphere. That's why this atmospheric pressure get balanced by the blood pressure. Hence we don't feel any problem. In that. Okay. So this is the example of atmospheric pressure. When the atmospheric pressure is unbalanced, when this atmospheric pressure is not balanced by the blood pressure, we feel problem. Like when the blood pressure is high, it means we feel problem. When the blood pressure is low, we feel problem, because this equation get disturbed. Okay. So just like when atmospheric pressure decreases, then we also feel the same problem. When atmospheric pressure decreases, we feel the same problem as we feel the problem when our blood pressure becomes high. In example, we can see that when a mountaineer goes on mountains, very high mountains, it is observed that most of the time his nose starts bleeding like this, because in this nose, at this place, there is a very thin membrane. There is a very thin membrane like this, and this very thin membrane is attached to the nose at these 2 points. In the upper part, here the blood pressure acts. This is the blood pressure. Okay. But when he breathes, obviously atmospheric pressure will balance the situation. Atmospheric pressure will balance. But when he rises, when he climbs at the very high mountains, then obviously we know that the atmospheric pressure decreases as the altitude increases. Atmospheric pressure increases when the altitude increases. Atmospheric pressure decreases when altitude increases. It means the atmospheric pressure at very high altitudes is very low. So here we can write it as, here is low pressure. Here is low pressure, and here is high pressure. Here is high pressure. So this is high pressure and this is low pressure. This membrane tries to come down, but at these points this membrane has been attached. At these points this membrane has been attached. This is fixed. That's why this membrane cannot go downward. This membrane cannot move downward. That's why this membrane, when get a very high difference of pressure, then obviously this membrane get disturbed and get damaged like this. This membrane get damaged like this. Okay, this membrane can get damaged like this. Okay. So and in this way, bleeding starts, and in this way the bleeding start bleeding start. Okay, so this is the reason of bleeding at high altitudes while trekking. Okay, so we will write these examples also, but first of all we should write the definition of the atmospheric pressure. Okay, so you can write atmospheric gases exert pressure. Atmospheric gases exert pressure on our body, known as atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. Okay, its unit is bar, and measured by barometer, and measured by barometer, Okay, here we will write on moving above the surface of earth, on moving above the surface of earth, atmospheric pressure decreases. Atmospheric pressure decreases. Okay, so okay, now the examples. Nose bleeding, starts while trekking, because atmospheric pressure is low at high altitudes. Okay, atmospheric pressure is low at high altitudes. Atmospheric pressure is low at high altitude, and that's why the nose bleeding starts, as well as if a man goes at the same place having a ballpoint pen, then obviously the ball pen will start leaking because of low atmospheric pressure. Okay, so this is the concept. Please write down. Okay, another example is food get cooked late on mountains. Food get cooked late mountains because Yes, food get cooked late on mountains because of low atmospheric pressure. Because of low atmospheric pressure. Okay, so this is what exactly happened at the height. Okay, so please write down. You can write it as in your notes. These are very helpful for you. Okay. Please do like and share this session among all your friends so that you can also get the benefit. Hmm. Please do like. Please comment if you are watching this live, and please write your name and city name so that I can know the name of your city as well as I can guess my reach. Okay. I know that this English medium students are very low in numbers. Okay. But English medium students are very sharp. I know that because most of the students in my previous teaching experience, I have observed that those students who have qualified the SSC CGL exam in a very good rank, they were from the English medium background, and they too had a very sharp brain as well as very strong common sense. Okay, so hi Milan, hi Milan, where are you from? Hi Milan, where are you from? Please write your name and district name as well as if it is out of Delhi NCR region, then please write the name of your state also. Okay, keep writing all these things because these things will be very helpful for you. Okay, so this is atmospheric pressure. This is atmospheric pressure. Okay, uh, ball pen ink starts leaking in aeroplane due to the same reason. Ball pen ink leaks. Ball pen ink leaks. Ball pen ink leaks at high altitude. In aeroplane. Because of low atmospheric pressure. 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 Okay. Yes. I am from West Bengal. My district is Bankura. Okay, that's great. Are you getting all these things? I am just writing on my blackboard. Are you getting all these things? If you feel any problem, then you can share your problem. You can raise your question. I will make your doubts clear. Okay. I will make your doubts clear. Okay. So this is about the atmospheric pressure, and Okay, very good. So let's move the pressure inside liquids. Now we will study the pressure inside liquids. When a man jumps into the water, he feels some pressure on his body because the water molecules apply the force on his body, and due to that force, this man realizes some pressure on his body, and that pressure is exerted by the liquid molecules, and that pressure is known as the pressure inside liquids, like this. We can also observe that, suppose that I have taken the 2 liters of water in a stainless steel pot and it starts heating from the bottom side. Now we will see that air bubble will be produced, will be generated at the bottom of the pot, and the size of the air bubble will be very, very low. These will be very, very small bubbles will be generated at the bottom. But as the air bubble rises upwards, the size of the air bubble increases because the pressure inside liquid changes with the height, or we can say that with the depth of the water. Okay, so the pressure inside liquid changes with the depth. Okay, the high pressure inside the liquid is observed at the bottom side and the very low pressure is observed at the upper part of the liquid. Okay, so we will write it as the pressure inside liquid. Pressure inside liquid. Pressure inside liquids. Pressure inside liquids. Okay, so when we talk about the pressure inside liquids, then obviously suppose that this is a pot. Okay, suppose that this is a pot, and suppose that the water has been filled like this. Suppose that the water has been filled like this. 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 Okay, so these are the water molecules. So these are the water molecules. Okay, so these are the water molecules, and okay, these are the water molecules like this. Okay, so these are the water molecules. Okay, now suppose that there is a point P. There is a point P at this point, which is h meter below the surface of water. Okay, the depth of this point is h meters and this point is P, or we can say that this point is any point. The pressure at this point will be P. Suppose that the density of the water is rho. Density of the water is rho, and the gravity present at this place is G. Suppose that this is water. Okay, then the pressure at this point will be written as pressure P will be equal to H rho into G. H rho into G. Okay, so this is the depth. Depth. G means gravitational acceleration. Gravitational acceleration. Rho means the density of the liquid. Density of liquid. Density of liquid. Okay, so this is the density of the liquid. Here we can say that we can see that the pressure inside the liquid at any point depends only on the depth of the point. So yeah, here we will write it as the pressure inside liquid depends upon pressure inside liquid depends upon pressure inside liquid depends upon yes, pressure inside liquid depends upon the depth. Yes, depends upon the depth of water, depth of point. Yes, okay. So this is the main thing behind this concept. And suppose that a point which is at the higher depth will have the high pressure. Okay. Example. Suppose that this is the base. Okay, suppose that this is the weight like that. Okay, so this is a pot, and this is also a pot, and this is also a pot like this. This is also a pot like this, and this is also a pot like this. And this is also a pot like this. And this is also a pot like this. Okay, suppose that the water level is same in all the pots. Water level is same in all the pots. Okay, water level is same in all the pots. Okay, water level is same in all the pots like this. Okay, now if the water level is same at all the pots, then obviously pressure P1, pressure P2 and pressure P3 will be same, because water, the liquid is same, and the depth is also same, because the depth is also same. So here we can say that the pressure P1 will be equal to P2 and will be equal to P3, because of same liquid, and the same depth, because the same liquid and same depth. Okay, so if the depth of the points is same, then it doesn't mean it doesn't matter that the what kind of shape of the pot is. The shape of the pot does not depend. Okay, the value of the pressure does not depend upon the shape of the pot. Okay, it depends only on the liquid column. It means the height, it means the depth. Okay, so you can write the example, you can write this example like this. You can write the examples like this. Okay, so this is the example. Now you can write it as, and suppose that yes, you can write it as, yeah, example, one example is suppose that you have also seen that if you have visited any dam, then you will observe that the dam walls are very thick at the bottom side. Dam walls dam walls are very thick at the bottom side. Dam walls, dam, okay, dam, where the electricity is generated, water is stored, okay. Bhakra Nagal Dam, like this. So this is a dam. This is a dam. You can observe very deeply. You can observe very deeply that the base area of the dam is very high because the pressure at the bottom side is very high, and that's why and that's why okay, so this is the dam, because you know that the base area is very thick because the pressure at the upper part is very low. But as the depth increases, because as the depth starts increasing, the pressure also starts increasing. Pressure also starts increasing like this. Okay, so the pressure at the bottom side is very high. That's why the pressure is high. Low pressure. Pressure is high, low pressure. Low pressure. Okay, and this is the reason, and this is the reason that that the bottom base area of any dam wall is very thick. Base area of any dam wall is is thick, is kept very thick. Okay, because the pressure at the bottom side is very high. Because the pressure at the bottom side is very high. Please note down. Please note down. Okay, so guys, this is for today, and I think that you have learned about the pressure, how to calculate the value of the pressure, what is pressure. There are many examples of pressure in our daily life. A very heavy train runs on the track, railway track, but the railway track is very thin. Then it means the pressure exerted by the train on the ground will be very high. In this way, the track must sink into the ground, but it doesn't happen because you have already seen that there are some horizontal cemented slabs. There are some cemented slabs, horizontal cemented slabs joining the two rails, and those cemented slabs has some area, and this area is in direct contact with the ground. Hence, when the total weight of the train falls on the rails, this weight get distributed with the help of these slabs on the ground. That's why the total pressure exerted by the train is very low, because there are thousands of cemented slabs, thousands, lakhs, crores, and this is in this way the pressure exerted by the train on the ground is very low. Hence the rails don't get sink into the ground. Okay, and this is the reason behind that. So guys, today we will stop this lecture here, and we will continue tomorrow from the same place. And tomorrow we will study about the Bernoulli's equation, Bernoulli's theorem, Bernoulli's application. You have seen that the aeroplane flies at a very high from the ground, but how? You have seen the cricket ball swinging in the ground. How? How does it happen? I will explain in the next class. You have, when you visit any Delhi, when you visit any metro station, metro train station, like in Delhi NCR, in Delhi, when you enter into any metro train station, then you will be hearing that you are requested to just stand behind the yellow line marked on the platform. There are some certain reasons behind this. I will explain the reason why you are requested to do so. Okay, so it's today, it's over for today, and tomorrow we will start at the same time. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.